They say the rain's supposed to start tomorrow, so we have to enjoy every second of this sunshine while we can. My computer, like every day I come in, it's crashed and I have to unplug it, plug it back in, and it's like, all your updates failed. And I'm like, that's why I turned off updates. I'm recording this on my phone because it's important that I capture this like in the moment. So it's like guerrilla footage. I'm 95% sure those two were just outside of our store. Getting into this super, well, please hold. You know, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But getting into like a really warm car, it's a nice problem to have right now. Check back in July. Be sure to clip this moment. Circle back in July when I'm crying about how fucking hot it is. Until then, whatever. So, as said earlier, that was crazy. Coming out to the car because Chris was calling me, and just two people. They were, again, it was either the craziest, most inefficient swapping of, you know, burst of like driver to passenger, passenger to driver of all time. But like, with how hot and sweaty he was, like just warm, you could tell looking in his face, and then how she was all flustered and red and like, you could tell. That was absolutely insane. Cannot think of a reason why. Like, it was 3 p.m. on a Thursday. Like, neither of you got cribs? Those were two grown-ass adults on a Thursday? So while we're at lunch here, to kind of fill the gap, we can start Queso's Q&A, the weekly segment on the vlogs I record on Thursdays, post on Fridays, assuming there isn't any issues. Oh my God. Issues with uploading and editing. Question number 1 from Al. What's your favorite cheese to use in a grilled cheese? Pepper jack. Subsequent question, to use dipping sauce? No. Sub question, have you ever had jam on it? No. But I feel like the sweet and savory of the jam on the grilled cheese, it might go crazy. It's kind of like those, it's not a charcuterie board, but it's like the adult Lunchables that have like cheese and cranberries. Maybe they're not cranberries, but I don't know. Something of that nature. Question 2, is it still considered a grilled cheese if it has other things inside, or is it a panini at that point? From Al. It's more like question 4, I guess. I would say it's a panini at that point. Because if you add too much, I feel like, yeah, it's a panini. It really just depends on how you cook it too. Because is it a panini if you're not pressing it? Follow-up question for you, the audience. I have a question for question 4 from Richard, chicken jockey. So Q&A going great so far. I'm editing yesterday's vlog, and the part where we drive over the potholes, it looks so bad. It, like, the potholes are that bad, but that clip makes it look terrible. Like, you just didn't know. It looks like I flipped my car. It's so bad. I told boss today that we need to call the property manager to get more gravel because it is back there. Another victory for the OGs. Taking on a work day. It reeks like marijuana right now. It smells so strong. As you can see, I have a big bag of trash that I need to go and get rid of. So we're gonna go do that. Lock in camera. Focus up. There we go. Get a little cardio in. I may have talked about it earlier. I don't remember if it was like pre-Q&A, but Chris called me and he was like, "Oh, what are you up to? Are you working today?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what time are you off?" And I was like, 8:30. He's like, "Oh, that's tough." I was hitting the course and I wanted to know if you wanted to go. I was like, of course you are. Beautiful day like today. How pretty it is. So whack. Can't wait for every day to be like this in terms of so pretty and nice. It's definitely going to make streaming and other stuff harder just because of how pretty it is. It's like I need to like go outside and touch grass. I think that might be subconsciously why I enjoy the fall and the winter so much and early spring, because like it's the great excuse to not touch grass. It's terrible out, it's rainy, just not conducive to having like a pleasurable experience outside. Whereas when it's nice like this, it's hard to convince yourself that it's a good idea to stay inside. Thus, the struggle. Work was like okay. Work wasn't terrible. I do definitely prefer, it doesn't look as good on the paycheck, but I do definitely prefer when I get here as the meeting starts. That makes things substantially easier on the mental. Because when you get there an hour before the meeting, the old schedule, you have like an hour to kind of like do stuff, but not do stuff, because like if you do stuff and it ends up being a longer process than an hour, you end up either late to the meeting or having to stop and then go again, or you're just trying to stay busy for an hour, like trying to find little things to do aside from just sit at the desk and do nothing, So it's a constant struggle. But getting there right as the meeting starts, walk in, clock in, hop in there, get after it. Oh my God, they're doing construction here now. Oh, this is so cringe. Getting there right as the meeting starts, way easier, because you start the day with that good little hour, hour and a half, sometimes less, and then into the thick of it. So by then, any projects you have, they're just like, you're doing them. I am tired though. I think my absolutely destructive sleeping habits are finally starting to like come into effect. But it's the struggle. It's the struggle of like struggling, if that makes sense. Earlier this year, probably March, so it hasn't even been that long. Maybe beginning of March, end of February, I don't know. But I was at a really weird space, or really weird mental space creatively, where I felt like the wheels were spinning. We talked about this. I had a whole vlog about my existential crisis, but like the wheels were spinning and like nothing I was doing was working and yada, yada, yada. And I just, kept grinding through it, kept sleeping on it and being like, yeah, we're fine. And now viewership is like excellent. The shorts, I'm obviously speaking my jinx into existence, but the shorts are doing really, really well. The vlogs, they're not meant to do well. And I appreciate any amount of success that come from them, and this might be a lot of this, but I appreciate any amount of success I have from them. But the main purpose of the vlogs is to turn my inside thoughts into outside thoughts and have a physical or digital, video proof of my day-to-day existence. And if that resonates with somebody, we've been over this a million times. I don't need to be over it again. But right now, content's going great, and streams, we're averaging consistently 20 plus viewers every stream, which is insane. Like last night, for example, we peaked at 39 viewers, average 24, with an average view duration of an hour, which is honestly insane. Like that's a 20% view rate for a 5-6 hour stream. People are watching an hour of it, and I'm sure that some of those people were asleep and got auto recommended the stream. Whatever, don't care. Success, even in the smallest bits, feels so good. But with that in mind, I never want to sleep because of how well the streams are doing. Like yesterday, for example, I was going to end stream about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I actually did, just because I was kind of sore and kind of tired. But I looked and saw the viewership, and I was like, I can't stop now. I can't. We got to keep it pushing. And then all of a sudden we hit 39 viewers. So it's like weird. Again, inside thoughts become outside thoughts. A 7-minute segment. It's going to be fun cutting this down to like a minute and a half.